Hello, America, FBI and CIA agents, and fellow cult members. Welcome to Culture Club USA. I'm Debrava. And today's riddle is Wendy's, Taco Bell, bowls of porridge. Milky Way's Mars, tides of moons in orbit. When sun meets moon, squeamish cows are hoarded. When man scalps baboon, foolish dreams are retorted. Okay, on today's episode of OnlyFans on Trial, we're back with Andrew Wilson, and a hot, raging feminist who runs into trouble when an impromptu meeting with Andrew's wife happens live on the show. This is a good one. Let's dive in.
So triggered by my question.
Why are you so triggered? You're the one who said, "Why do you hate women?" That sounds triggered.
You do.
Why do you have sex with dogs?
Towards women, and so.
What did he say? I'm not even talking about the why do you hate women. Did he just say, why do you have sex with dogs? Oh my God, guys, this is going to be a good one. I'm bringing that back.
Triggered by my question.
Why are you so triggered? You're the one who said, "Why do you hate women?" That sounds triggered.
You do.
Why do you have sex with dogs?
Towards women, and so.
Why do you have sex with dogs?
Whoa, wait.
I don't have an animosity towards men, but you.
Why is she not saying that she doesn't have sex with dogs, okay? Guys, I know we're in the beginning here, but I'm just curious as to why she's not like, I didn't say that. I never said I have sex with dogs. I mean, she's just like, kind of like, he's like, why do you have sex with dogs? And she's like, well, I never said I had an animosity towards men. Hello? Oh, where are we, okay? We're definitely on Mars, okay? And I might as well eat a Milky Way right now.
Or we got to explain.
Men, but you guys have an animosity.
You have sex with dogs. That's the question.
Yeah.
I have an animosity. We got an animosity. Me and Andrew have an animosity.
Yes,
Hold on.
let's be honest.
First off,
was it your mom or an ex-girlfriend? What's the trauma?
Okay.
I just want to know, like, psychologically.
You gotta watch.
Brian, babe. Hold on. She says all that. He's talking about her having sex with dogs, and you're talking about animosity towards men again? Is anybody with me here? I mean, what are we doing?
Girlfriend, what's the trauma?
Okay.
I just want to know, like, psychologically.
You gotta watch
Don't bring in the mother. I'm just being, like, psychologically trying to understand where is this coming from.
Is Wayne Brady
let's
going to have to
psychologically
choke a
get into
bitch?
it. I'm happy to. I love psychology. It's my favorite. It's all bullshit, but I still like it anyway, just because it's interesting to study.
Is it your father?
Did you catch that? He says it's all BS. It's true. He's like, I love psychology. It's all BS, but I still cannot get past the dogs. Okay.
Bullshit, but I still like it anyway, just because it's interesting to study.
Is it your father?
Let's move into.
Okay, hold on. First of all, before we move into whatever Andrew's trying to move into, let's take a pan of the room here. Let's have a look at this panel. I mean, we've got pink hair, we've got a pink hat, we've got Madison who disappeared somewhere, and we've got an obese OnlyFans model. Now, I'm curious to say, what is she going to have to say here? I'm just curious.
So let's move into it psychologically. Perhaps it's a Freudian slip. Perhaps it's because of my relationship with my mother, as Freud would say, or perhaps it's an entirely different psychological phenomenon altogether. Perhaps it's Jungian, and the fact is that I haven't found myself yet. Perhaps it's many of these things, or perhaps you're just full of fucking shit and can't make a single argument, and so you defer to, why do you hate women, like a dumb trash feminist. It could be that too. Have you perhaps thought...
You seem triggered. I mean, look at him. Look at her body language, first of all. Even she has to laugh at herself when she says, you're just some dumb trash feminist. She laughed. Look at her body. She's like, you're right. I mean, even she knows what she is.
Defer to, why do you hate women, like a dumb trash feminist. It could be that too. Have you perhaps thought that psychologically you could just be full of fucking dog shit? Have you thought of that?
He's just pandering.
Well, she just might be if she's actually having sex with dogs. I mean, I digress.
Pandering. It's okay.
To who?
I don't.
To the audience
same
that
way
you
you
want
do.
to rage bait and whatnot.
Well, you look like you're pandering to a KFC. So anyway.
Am I gonna get kicked off? Did he just say she looks like she's pandering to a KFC? Andrew, you have no fear. You have no fear.
It's okay.
To who?
I don't.
to the audience
same
that
way
you
you
want
do.
to rage bait and whatnot.
Well, you look like you're pandering to a KFC. So anyway, back to where I was
love
at
the
before
wrap.
I was so
And she's like, yeah, KFC, baby. Extra crispy. Oh my God.
rudely interrupted by
famous
Mrs. Jowls
Wrath
over
is
there.
such
Can we
a
get back to
beautiful
our
Christian thing.
Those
conversation?
are really good.
Wrath is so slow to anger for sure.
It's the smoker thing. He's got to have another pack.
Be careful. Tread lightly. Because you're talking about what he's got to have. He just told you look like you need. Okay, the burgers are coming. Yeah, watch it, girl.
Well, have another cheeseburger. So
I
anyway, back to
will.
where I was
Thank
at.
I can't have another cheeseburger. Boy, it's good to be back. It's good to be back with Andrew. You are literally the most entertaining thing in the manosphere, okay? I'm just going to say.
Anyway, back to
will.
where I was
Thank
at
you.
before I was so rudely interrupted. There's no possible way for you to insult me about my health habits. You look like you're
Wait,
about to
let's
break
be-
the
let's,
chair.
come
I
on.
literally
I'm
feel
not.
bad
Wait,
for the
wait,
chair.
all right,
The
all
chair
right,
looks
all
like it's in agony.
Hold on,
Calm
come on,
down,
be nice,
lady.
be nice.
Why-
He said the chair looks like it's in agony. And here's Brian. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is Brian. Brian's like racing. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's like, I'm just dying to see what Andrew's going to say to him. I mean, what is it with Brian? Like, are you that owned by your sponsors that you're like, I mean, she came on the show. She's clearly obese. I mean, let's be real here. I mean, are we all just going to be oblivious? I don't see an obese person on the show. Oh, no. I mean, there's an obese person? I need my glasses. I mean, come on.
Let's,
I
come on.
literally
I'm
feel
not.
bad
Wait,
for the
wait,
chair.
all right,
The
all
chair
right,
looks
all
like it's in agony.
Hold on,
Calm
come on,
down,
be nice,
lady.
be nice,
while
be
we
nice,
finish
be
our
nice.
discussion.
Why is Brian telling Andrew to be nice? Is this obese chick being nice to him? What is it? So, because you chose to eat your way into obesity, now nobody can be honest with you? Brian, you're on probation.
Finish our discussion.
Everybody be nice. Everybody
I
be
hit a
nice. Okay,
chord
go.
in the
Why do we hate women? Why do you think we hate women?
Misogyny.
I mean, I used to have an animosity towards men when I was dating someone who was treating me badly, but then I stopped dating him and a guy treated me right, and now I just see like my dad he caused me some trauma, but I forgive him and he's actually a very loving man, and I don't feel like this animosity anymore. I like.
Wait, what does that have to do with the claim?
Her dad caused her some trauma. Yeah, you know, if I was your father, I'd cause you some trauma too. Your hair is pink. Is that natural? He's probably trying to marry you off and you know what I'm saying? He's like, we're on borrowed time here and your hair is pink. I mean, come on.
To do with the claims that you made? You
I
said
just see this like anger like that I used to have. I don't have it
What?
really anymore,
Okay,
but I
what?
just see it in you guys, and I'm like,
Do you think-
what unfulfilled trauma have you guys
I'm
not
happily,
forgiven?
Hold on,
I'm happily
hold on.
You
married
haven't
with
forgiven
children.
somebody of
Do you,
something,
what,
or-
what unfulfilled trauma do you think my wife sees in me?
I don't
What
know.
unfulfilled trauma do you think a happily married man with
don't look
many
happy.
children, including female?
Well, how could he look happy? He's sitting here looking at you. I'll bring it back.
Think a happily married man with
don't look
many
happy.
children, including female children. Can you point to what you think this trauma is? By the way, are you married?
No, I'm not married. I'm
Maybe
not
that's
ready to get
because of all of
married.
your unfulfilled trauma. You just can't get a husband, huh?
No,
They
I'm
just
just not
can't see
ready for a
past the
husband.
unfulfilled trauma.
I'm not.
She's not ready for a husband. Okay, this is like a reoccurring thing. I'm not ready for a husband. Well, when are you going to be ready, honey? When are you going to be ready? I mean, what, after your tour of podcast appearances? Or, you know, are you trying to hit $1 million mark on your OnlyFans account? And then you won't be ready for a husband then either. Because you're not going to want to acquiesce to anything that even aligns with being a wife, okay? There are responsibilities that come with this. But, you know, hopefully you know how to, handle your finances. Because most of these people first of all, are only making a couple $100s a month. I mean, that's a different story for a different day.
I'm not ready for a husband. I know that, and God knows that.
Wait, do you think me and Andrew...
That doesn't strike a chord for me.
Did she say God knows that? Is she gonna start reading the Bible now and saying, oh, I don't take my clothes off on OnlyFans. I read the Bible. I have Bible study. Okay, it's not me, Myron. It's not me. It's not me. Well, we got to video you with your, no, it's not me. Like, really? Does anybody actually believe that you go on OnlyFans to read the Bible and read the Bible only? I'm gonna go with no.
I'm really not ready.
Hold on. Do you think that me and Andrew are misogynists?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Andrew's a misogynist?
I think he has an animosity towards women, yeah. I think so.
Do you think I'm a misogynist?
A little bit.
How do you define misogyny?
Just somebody who has like a dislike or hatred towards. I don't know the exact dictionary. I wouldn't say hatred, but it's definitely a dislike. And the definition of hatred is a great dislike. And it's actually one of the like sins of living in the flesh.
Wait,
what if...
Actually, she should get a job as a teacher. She'd be a perfect teacher. They love this kind of stuff in the public school system. Honey, go get a job as a teacher. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can be hedonistic, all that stuff that you want, you know, teaching all your woke ideologies to, you know, 4 and 5-year-olds so that they can grow up and be just like you. Sitting on the whatever podcast with pink hair.
What if it's possible that I don't dislike women. I just dislike stupid people. And it doesn't matter if they're men or women. And you just happen to be a stupid person. And that's why I dislike you. And also happen to be a woman at the same time. So you happen to be stupid and happen to be a woman. But I don't hate you because you're a woman. I dislike you because you're stupid. Well, could that be possible?
Well, why don't you ever talk?
Oh my God. Andrew is breathing fire. The one over here, Big Nelly over here, she's like, I'm gonna be quiet for a minute, you know. Brian, I'm gonna go get a burger. There's a whatever burger around the corner, right? I'll be right back. She does not want it with him.
Well, could that be possible?
Well, why don't you ever talk about men? You always talk about how much you hate women every day.
With men nonstop.
That's all you do every day.
When do you debate with anybody ever about any worldview? You can't even denounce the LGBTQ in your own faith. How could you ever talk to me about anything? I debate it professionally for a living against men and women. You go on TikTok after you got with a guy who had 1 million TikTok followers, so you could piggyback on that to fame. I would not bullshit me here, sweetheart. It ain't gonna work well.
Wait, Andrew, check your.
That was a real dig. That was a real dig. You know, it's interesting to me because it's very rare to find a female who actually can, you know, get famous on one of these things or do any of that stuff and be really successful at it on her own. Usually there's a man behind it.
Work well.
Wait, Andrew, check your text.
We actually like
check
each
your
other.
text, man.
But it's okay.
I'd be curious to see his wife come on and talk.
Yeah, she has.
What is this covert stuff, Brian? Andrew, check your text, man. Check your text. I mean, what is covert stuff, right? I want to know what's going on. What, are you going to put the text on the screen? Come on. Don't leave us out.
Come on and talk.
Yeah, she has.
Oh, she has.
Yeah,
Second, here it goes. Oh, here we go. Okay, she's asking. Okay, this one over here is asking about Andrew's wife. Girl, you don't know what you're into.
His wife come on and talk.
Yeah, she has.
Oh, she has.
Yeah, she has. Would you like to debate with her? I'll bring her down right now. She can take the seat.
Yes, let's do it.
If you want to bring her down, I'd like to chat with her.
I'll go get her real quick. I'll be right back.
Come on, Rachel. Oh my God.
Let's get Rachel Wilson.
Yeah, okay, because if we're saying that we're getting misogynistic vibes, we can say.
Brian just burped, first of all, and he's like, let's get Rachel Wilson. Gonna get Rachel Wilson. I'm gonna get my money, my clicks. He's like, oh, the ratings are gonna be great on this one.
Vibes, we can say.
Can we
I literally got dragged out of bed for this. This better be good. I hear my husband is a woman-hating misogynist, and I'm here to show proof of life. He unchained me from the stove just long enough to be here. So
she's out of the dog cage.
How can I help you?
Yeah, see, they're all laughing now. They're like, oh, she's so sweet. Oh, I love her. Oh my God, see, I knew he was chaining her up. Oh my God, see? Oh, she's going to be on our side. Hi, Rachel. Oh, girls, you don't know what you're in for, do you? Well, guess what? The surprise is coming. This one's like, oh, we're going to be besties. Not.
Out of the dog cage.
How can I help you, ladies?
Who?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second here. Okay. Large Marge over here was literally requesting Andrew's wife. Her name is Rachel. Okay. And now she comes down or up wherever, and she's on air with you guys, and you have nothing to say. Like, everyone's just silent. Like, what is going on here?
Ooh. So have you watched your husband talk to women on the podcast?
Yeah, I listen to every single podcast he does. I've also been on the podcast, and I debate women all the time myself.
Okay.
Okay, this is what a stupid question. First of all, okay? And secondly, you know you're showing up to the whatever podcast, right? You know Andrew Wilson is going to be there. You might want to take a look at his page, The Crucible. Not a bad idea. You know what I'm saying?
In fact, I was listening to you earlier describe how you think that men should pay for dates with women who want to be equal, don't want to give them children, and also want to have their own careers. And that absolutely blew my mind.
You don't think that men should pay on the first date?
Oh, I think they should pay on the first date for women who are going to be wives, not for women like you.
Oh my God! Rachel! The fire! Oh my, fire? I don't know. I mean, look, first of all, let's think about this. You asked Andrew Wilson to get his wife. Now let's do the math. Who do you think's around him all day? I mean, really, let's think. Who do you think she's learned this from? Hello? I gotta bring that back.
On the first date?
Oh, I think they should pay on the first date for women who are going to be wives, not for women like you.
I wouldn't be a wife?
Not if you're going to refuse to give a man children, have to have your own career working outside the home.
It's not refusing to give a man children.
No, you're a roommate. Why would a man pay for you if you're just a roommate? Do you want to be equal or no?
Well, I have a conversation with my partner, and we've discussed having...
She has a partner? Oh, yeah. She has a partner? Okay, this is getting good.
Well, I have a conversation with my partner, and we've discussed having children. I'm not taking away from...
First of all, honey, before this goes any further, okay, I'm going to have a little discussion with you, okay? You're not prepped and primed, okay, for having children, okay? You can't do it, okay? You're doing disservice to yourself and that baby because you are not in shape to have kids. Do you understand that? You cannot have that amount of fat around your body and think that you're going to healthfully, I'm going to push out a healthy child. I mean, this is not normal. People, okay? We have to get away from this nonsense where it's like body acceptance and Lizzo is healthy. No, Lizzo is not healthy. She's obese and she's very sick, okay? She's just young. It's going to catch up with you. She's in shape to have kids. Am I wrong?
Children. I'm not taking away from them having children. We've decided together that having children is probably not the best idea.
Oh, so your partner's bright. He's bright. Your partner decided with you, more like for you, that having children with you is not the best idea. Well, I mean, is that a shocker? Have you looked at yourself?
If you're equal partners, why should he pay for your stuff?
Because a man at the beginning of the relationship should want to prove that they are invested in the relationship.
So what are you proving? Like, well,
I'm there.
If it was a man, I'd be like, hell to the no, to the no, no.
If it's not equal, what do you?
I'd be like, no, thank you, ma'am. You can pay for your own supersized McValue meal, and I will go find a woman who actually wants to be a wife if I'm going to pay for shit.
You said you're.
Oh my God, you guys. She just said supersized McValue meal. My God. Did you not? I got to bring it back. You know I got to bring it back, right? First it was hell to the no, no, no. Okay, Rachel. Okay, you are afraid of nothing.
Own supersized McValue.
There it is.
What do you?
I'd be like, no, thank you, ma'am. You can pay for your own supersized McValue meal, and I will go find a woman who actually wants to be a wife if I'm going to pay for shit.
You said you're.
Makes no sense.
You said your equal 50% is just being there. So what does that mean? He's doing 70% because he's paying and there too. You're both there.
No, but I think
So how
it's
is that
showing the investment. Women show investment with time, because if you do want to have children, there's limited time. But I think that women.
Yeah, so get on the Weight Watchers, girl. I mean, start getting with it. Get to it. I mean, what is she talking about? Her investment is time. So basically, all you have to do is be around someone and you're invested. Think about that. No. A lot more goes in to being a potential wife. You can't just be around somebody and that means, oh, well, I spent time with you. You know, I was a bitch, I was this, I was that. You know, no, I don't do anything for you. I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't offer anything. I'm just around. I mean, you're around people at your office too. Does that mean you want to wife them? No.
Women, they value different things. Like, they value when a man provides for them, especially on a first date, a first meeting.
And men value.
So you providing your glorious presence is what he's investing in.
If he values my presence, yes. I don't really see
Well,
a
I mean,
huge
simps
issue.
are going to simp. There's a simp out there, you know, for everyone. So
I don't think
guess
that's the right way to go
it's
about
simping. That's the worst simping ever. I'm going to let you live at my house for like practically free and split the chores and pay for all your shit. That's simping. That's like the
it. Or just like
definition
a guy
of
who
simping.
genuinely likes you. Do you pay any bills with your husband?
The day that she was supersized, I knew that she was mine. Oh, she's sipping for You want to talk about? I've never seen anybody this delusional on here. I mean, hold on a second. Like, guys, okay? There are women that, you know, everybody doesn't have to be a size 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, okay? There are people that have a lot to offer that may be overweight, okay? But have a lot to offer. Number 1 is personality, which she's got the personality of a cardboard box. I mean, what exactly are you offering with your presence? I'm just dying to find out where this goes. I'd like to know what she actually has to offer. She must be a great cook. She's got to be at least that.
Do you pay any bills with your husband?
No, but I'm a stay-at-home mom. I raise the children. I cook all the meals. Andrew has never done a house chore ever in 17 years.
Well, that doesn't surprise us.
I do all of that. I bring him his food. I bring him his drinks. I keep track of his schedule. Basically do anything he needs me to do to help him because that's my duty in the relationship. So yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about investment, I'm pretty invested. So he feels like, you know, if I want this traditional wife role.
What is Brian doing? First of all, I'm sorry, but it's like, Brian, he's got a baby in his hand. He's just like whacking it back and forth. Like, what is going on? I'm sorry. Oh, Brian.
Like, you know, if I want this traditional wife role and I actually do all those things, then he feels like it's worth it to provide. But if I were to come in here and be like, well, I want my own career and you have to do your own laundry and we're going to split the chores 50-50 and I want to be equal, he'd be like, okay, bitch, then you can be equal and pay for all your shit. You know, like, why would he pay for my stuff? This makes no sense. You guys have to choose. Do you want to be strong, independent, equal women, or do you want chivalry and protection and provision? You want the best of both. You want all of the rights and all of the privileges, and you want none of the duties and none of the responsibilities. And that's bullshit. It's like you didn't have a mom to tell you that this isn't how the world works.
Actually, she has a really good point here, okay? A really good point. These women are so delusional, just like she's saying, that They want all of the benefits of being married, but don't want to have to put any of the efforts into a relationship. Because, ladies and gentlemen, relationships take work. They take effort. They take dedication and loyalness and faithfulness and a whole bunch of things, okay? And now it's gotten to the point where, these people aren't even princesses. My God, it's just anybody. Let me just be obese. And she probably is demanding, I don't date anybody without at least a 22-pack. No. 12 packs, 6 packs, that's not even enough. I need a 22-pack set of abs. You get what I mean? This is the delusion.
My daughters don't get that nonsense from me. I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
So if your daughters,
why are you so entitled? That's what I want to know.
If your daughters went on a first date, you want them to split the bill.
What's that?
If your daughters went on a first date, would you want them to split the bill?
Only if they're going to be feminists, which they're not, because I didn't raise them to be that way.
Okay.
So.
That's how my parents' relationship is. It's like my mom does the same stuff that you described, and I think it's perfect. Like, my mom might not be contributing to rent. My dad makes the money, but she's contributing something else. She's doing a job that's just as equal as his job, but she's not getting paid because she's doing the household.
Who is this girl? Like, she looks like she was on the cast of the Addams Family. And she's like talking conservative. It's like, okay, Wednesday. It's a Wednesday over here.
Because she's doing the household duties that she's doing the same thing, whether or not it's being paid. Like, my parents are fortunate enough where my dad makes enough money where she doesn't have to work and she's able to provide those things. Therefore, it's the same thing as money, in my opinion, like spending time and working around the house.
Yeah, it even goes beyond division of labor. It's more than about division of labor. Like, I have tremendous amount of respect for Andrew. He is the head of the household. He's the person that has the major burden of most of the responsibility. We've had a home invasion. He was the person who had to go deal with that and risk his life.
Yikes. A home invasion? Wow. See, this is the thing. This is the difference between, a simp and a man. You get it? It's like he doesn't even have to question. Think about this. He doesn't even have to think twice about putting his wife on this podcast and going to take a cigarette break and grabbing something to eat and drink. He's like, oh yeah, he already knows the outcome. You understand? Because there is a communication between the two of them, and they just know. Like, he doesn't even have to sit her down and go, okay, Rachel, don't say hello. Make sure that you get it. It's like these women today, can you imagine how they act with whoever they're dating? Say whatever, do whatever, no respect. That's why they're here.
And risk his life. He's worked 60, 70-hour weeks for years so that I could stay home and our kids didn't have to be raised by strangers in daycare. There's a massive amount of responsibility on this man, and he's extremely competent. He is a really loving, honorable man who has very firm boundaries and stands by them and takes very good care of his family. So he gets the big piece of chicken. He gets the respect. He gets the love and the admiration. And
she's like, he gets the big piece of chicken? Can I get the big piece of chicken? Can I come over for dinner? This girl is just like, I don't know. All of them are just, you notice something? When Rachel speaks, they're all just sitting there. It's the quietest I've ever seen people on this podcast. Usually they're yelling and screaming and trying to talk over Andrew. Rachel comes on and they've all shut their mouths. Very interesting.
He gets the love and the admiration, and because I'm loyal and I'm doing all those things, then he provides for me and protects me and the kids. And this is how it works. Now, if you don't want that and you want this egalitarian stuff where we're equal partners, he's my partner, then you got to pay for your own shit.
But actually, that doesn't exist. There is no such thing as equal partners with male and female. This doesn't exist. Because you're not equal. You're completely different. There is no equality when it comes to male and female. And females have become so stupid and dumbed down that they don't even realize that, guess what, ladies? You actually have the better end of the bargain. Are you too dumb to realize that? While you're sitting around having babies and doing natural things, men are out there working against nature, okay, to make you happy. You get what I'm saying? It's so unfathomable when you actually think about the validity of their argument. There is no validity in it. Men and women are not equal. They never will be.
Angela, you can't get the concept that I've talked to my partner. I'm not taking away his ability to have children. We've both agreed we don't want to have children. If he doesn't want to have children, I'm not taking that away from him.
No. See, honey, he doesn't want to have children with you, okay? He doesn't want to have children with you. I guarantee you, when somebody else comes along, he's going to leave you and have children with them.
From him.
To be fair, I did say he's a pathetic simp. So, I mean, that's right in line with being a pathetic simp. You just,
I think he would just respect women's choices.
Until I die. It's just, you guys are selfish materialists is what I'm getting. Life is about me and my comfort and what I want and my, I live for me every day. I wake up with no thought of the future or any duties or responsibilities I have to anyone other than myself, and that's great. So it's like
it's a me society. Okay? That's what that is. Okay. Now, Rachel, I want to know where this is where is this heading with this girl? Is she actually going to combat her at all? Like really combat her? Because right now she's just kind of playing with her hair and not knowing where to go here. So let's see if this gets hot and heated.
So it's like, if you want to live that way, I guess, but I'm just looking at you and I'm listening to you and I'm wondering where this entitlement and this sense of confidence is coming from.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I mean, Rachel just said, I'm looking at you and I'm listening to you and I'm wondering where this sense of entitlement, blah, blah, blah. That is such a dig. This girl, I would have been like, excuse me? Okay, get it? If I was playing her part, I mean, are you nuts? She just insulted you beyond, on top of all the other insults, and you're just kind of like sitting there like, oh. Hello, wake up.
I'm entitled because I don't want to have children and I like when men pay on first dates. That's entitlement.
Well, honey, it's a cheap date with her, first of all, anyway. I mean, it's Burger King, McDonald's, KFC, Taco Bell. It's not on a good night Outback Steakhouse. Okay. I mean, hello.
What are you useful for?
Oh, that's a good question. What are you useful for? Good one, Rachel.
Entitlement?
What are you useful for?
I would say that women have intrinsic value. What
are you specifically?
Well, I'm a woman, so I have intrinsic value. Sad.
What is it? So just because you're a woman, you have value? Well, what kind of value do you have? You don't want to have children. You're overweight. You're obese. You're not a good example for anyone. So you have no personality. Okay. I mean, where's the value? I'm just saying. I'm just wondering.
Sad that you don't see that.
Why? How?
Because I'm a person and everyone has value. It depends on who's looking at you.
Do men have intrinsic value?
Yeah, they do. But I said that it's different. It's a different type of value.
But feminism is about equality. So if it's
okay, Wednesday, come on, Wednesday. But you're supposed to be like, but feminism is about equality. You got to get the personality, Wednesday. It's this.
But feminism is about equality. So if it's different, then how is that equal?
No, they can be equal in the sense of they can both work. You can be a stay-at-home mom and not pursue a career. That's fine, but women should have the opportunity and the choice.
So do you think women should work too?
Women should be allowed to work.
No, I mean like in your relationship, if you're not raising kids, should you both in your marriage, let's say you get married, have a job, both of you?
That's a good question, Wednesday. Bravo. You aren't they all feminists on that side? It's like you got feminists coming at feminists. This is how dumb this one is, okay? Over here, it's like Wendy over here.
But I think that a woman's job could be a little less harsh, I guess. Like, women shouldn't have to go work some 9 to 5 and do this climbing of a corporate ladder. But like for myself, I've found a job.
Isn't that what feminists want? What is she talking about? Women shouldn't have to go climbing corporate ladders. Isn't that what the whole feminist movement is about? Women want to be CEOs. Women want to be, airline pilots, even though they can't fly the planes. Who cares if they crash a few and kill, 300 people? I mean, what are we talking about here? Is this woman really a feminist or not? I think she's so confused because all of the McDonald's and the plastic that they put in the burgers and all the stuff, the junk is like really just like there's sludge in her brain. You understand? Clear up your body, okay? You can't think straight.
That allows me to stay home and is not super strenuous. And I think that a lot of women should be able to have the option to either stay at home or work.
But staying at home and raising children is strenuous. And you, personally, you're not capable of even doing that. I don't get it. What, carrying a child isn't strenuous?
Or work.
It is not hatred to criticize women. It is in no way hateful to notice when women are acting like entitled narcissists and to call them out on that. Like I said, all the women at this table could tell me all night long about what they think they deserve and what their rights are and what they should have and what they ought be able to do. But none of you can tell me what duties, responsibilities, or obligations you have outside of yourself to society, to the people around you. You would say things like, I'm smart and I'm funny and I'm just a really great person and I'm a good friend and, all these worthless platitudes. But there's no sacrifice. You don't ever feel you need to sacrifice anything for anyone outside yourself. You're not willing to have sleepless nights so that you can raise babies and produce human beings that are going to go out into the world and have a legacy and have an effect, right? You're not really willing to do much of anything unless it benefits you. And then if someone questions, if Andrew comes on here and says, let me poke around and see why you think these things. Let me see if there's any logic behind your beliefs. Let me see if you even understand why you believe the things you believe. You think that's hateful. You think that's misogynistic. You think he's mean. No, it's just that you're used to being treated like a child princess and being carried around on a cushy little pillow in life with absolutely no opposition.
Oh my God, do you see how long she's talking? No one has budged. Even Madison is sitting over here. She's doing this, but she's really going like this. Oh my God. Is she talking to me? I got to reevaluate myself. Brian is barely moved. I mean, look at this. They haven't moved, really. I mean, this one over here is holding a bit. Is she breastfeeding? What is going on? Okay, there's one wacko over here like breastfeeding a doll. Okay, aside from that, I mean, look at Brian's face. He's like, none of them have interrupted her or said a word. I mean, she must have talked for like 2 minutes right there.
You think he's mean. No, it's just that you're used to being treated like a child princess and being carried around on a cushy little pillow in life with absolutely no opposition, with nobody ever going, hey, wait, what are you doing?
Okay, coming from someone
Lovely.
who I know personally, I'm not a 10. I am...
Well... She's got a little bit of honesty there. Hey, at least she's good with it. Okay.
I am very self-aware in that regard. I think that there might be animosity coming from you because you're maybe not as good looking.
Oh, I'm definitely not. What? I've been on the show. I've rated myself.
You thought that you were going to get somewhere with that? Okay, hold on. Okay. This is hysterical. This big mama over here has been waiting for that moment the entire time. Okay, she thought she was going to go viral. Honey, first of all, what is this thing where all these people think that they're 10s? I'm so, the whole notion of I'm a 10 or I'm this model or something just because I'm on, it's like, did I grow up even thinking that or even wanting to be like what? Everybody is, so she thinks she's doing something by saying, well, I know I'm not a 10. I mean, you just walked yourself into a hot mess. I can't even wait to see where this is going to go.
Definitely not.
What?
I've been on the show.
I think that there might be animosity coming from you because you're maybe not as good looking.
Oh, I'm definitely not.
What?
I've been on the show. I've rated myself. But I grew up in an era where we didn't all think we were models. When you were growing up in the 80s and 90s, everyone didn't think they were a 10. Like all of us girls who were not going to have modeling careers or be the hot cheerleader, we all knew that and we were fine with it. And we didn't think we deserved 6 foot, 6-pack, 6-figure man. You know, we were just like happy to meet a nice boy who liked us back.
Look at the body language on her. Okay? Large in charge Marge over here. She thought she said something when she said it. Okay, this is when she said it. Okay, and now look, here's her talking like, oh, Rachel, guess what? I got her. And now look, then it goes. Now she's like, It didn't work, sweetheart. It didn't work. And are you hearing what Rachel is actually saying? Are you hearing what Rachel is actually saying? Okay. When did we get to the point that everybody's a model? Everybody's a 10. I mean, Kim Kardashian has destroyed this country because there are things called models and those women have careers being models. And models are in a bracket, okay? You understand? Just like singers used to have to be able to actually sing. Yeah, okay. Get it? Get it? Thanks, Britney and whoever else. I mean, what are we doing here? It's like you're a model. Like all of these girls sitting here think they're models. You realize that, right? Even Large Marge, she thinks she's a model too. She thinks she's a plus size model. You see how this works?
Going to have modeling careers or be the hot cheerleader. We all knew that and we were fine with it. And we didn't think we deserved 6 foot, 6-pack, 6-figure man. You know, we were just like happy to meet a nice boy who liked us back. This was before
But you're
Instagram
calling
and all
those
this
boys
crazy narcissistic
simps.
insanity. Huh?
You're calling those boys simps.
No, she's calling your boy a simp. These people literally, you can't comprehend the conversation. This is what happens with Andrew. That's why Andrew gets so frustrated on here. He's like, I just said, do you know the difference between is and ought? It's one of my favorite things. It's like they're so busy ahead, trying to think ahead to like get her, that they're not actually soaking in the conversation. No, she said, your partner is a roommate and a simp. She never said all boys are simps. Okay, wake up.
Calling those boys simps.
No, I'm calling your boy a simp. He's
you.
a simp. That's simp behavior. A nice boy who likes you isn't the same thing as some absolute goober who's going to pay for all your crap.
He's not paying for
expect
everything.
anything.
I'm just saying at the beginning of the relationship, on the first couple dates, a man should take the investment and pay for the first couple dates.
She's not paying for everything. She said that his family's paying for some.
I'm just curious if anyone on the...
Sorry, what?
I really don't have anything to share.
I'm just curious if anyone else on the show has brought up like internalized misogyny to you.
Yeah, I get it every day of my life. So you don't know my background,
okay.
but
What kind of question is that? God, these people don't do any research. Watch an episode before you go and try and debate Andrew Wilson. Actually, you know something? This tells you a lot about the mentality of these women, you know, the modern women. You're on the Whatever podcast, okay? And you went to debate Andrew Wilson because that's why you're there, to debate. It's a debating atmosphere. It's a panel of debating, okay? You don't know what you're sitting up against. You didn't research it all. I mean, Andrew Wilson literally has streams of him studying, you know, with his fans, preparing for a debate prep. I mean, and you're just showing up like, I just left the McDonald's drive-thru and thinking that you're going to throw something at one little thing, like at her about something, rating herself. I mean, really? This woman is an intellect. She's an author, a writer, and she debates Lots of people. She's been on Tim Pool and many other places. So, and she's been on here. You don't know that?
I wrote a book about the history of feminism and how almost everything that the normal person thinks about it is actually wrong. The way that the feminist liberation movements unfolded is garbage that was rewritten history by women's studies departments. And I debate feminists all the time, so this is normal for me. Of course, I've heard absolute garbage bullshit like internalized misogyny. It's not a thing. It doesn't exist. It's pure cope.
Okay.
I love...
She feels really dumb. She's like, oh, okay. She's an author? Oh my God.
I love women, but I do think that women have proper roles. And I think that the biggest problem, the problem with you and most of the other girls that have a problem with me, is that you don't understand that this modern world and all this beautiful technology around you that you're sitting in right now, if it weren't for men building that and maintaining that, you would have no illusion of being able to be a strong, independent woman and have all these choices and do what you want.
But why do men do all?
No, actually, you know, I say this all the time. Men create everything that women use. Okay? Even the drive-through at McDonald's for your supersized meal. A man came up with that. You understand what I'm saying? A man came up with the McDonald's burger. A man came up with fast food to make women's lives easier when it was an occasional thing that you did with your kids and family. I mean, think about what I'm saying here. These girls are literally delusional. Every single thing you see here, a man created. My entire set, my microphone, my dress. Okay? I mean, it's like, what makes these women think that they can actually sustain in a world without men? I'm just curious. Every single thing dilapidates and falls apart the minute men disappear. You got to know that.
But why do men do all of that?
For women. They do it for you. That's why when I say there's no equality between men and women, I personally feel because women are put on a pedestal by men. Actions speak louder than words, right? If men spend their whole lives building buildings, building sky rises, creating cars, making vehicles, making car seats, look at all the conveniences that women have today in raising children. Think about that. Think about that. Bottles, car seats, onesies. I mean, every single thing that you could think. There's so many things that you have to buy for a baby shower. Okay, down to like breast pumps. Oh, I mean, we're down to that. I mean, all of this was created by men for you. Because why? Men are built on what? Making women happy. They're show-offs. They want to show off to us. We are benefiting from that. We're queens. I don't get it. Why would you want to be equal with a man? No, thank you. Not any day of the week. No.
They do it because they're benevolent and they are good. Isn't that crazy? They're actually really nice and they care about us even though they don't have to.
But they're getting something out of you.
If men were as bad and misogynistic as you think, they would put us in cages.
They're getting something out of you. Who cares? Don't you want them to get something out of you? I mean, it's just like in New York City. Why do you want to walk down the street and not have somebody whistling at you? What did you get dressed for?
And we'd be, baby farms. There would be baby farms.
I think you might be a little bit of a baby farm.
Because they could. No, they could.
You're a bit of a baby farm. Haven't you popped out 5 children?
Yeah.
You're a baby farm.
Oh.
I think that's the ultimate form of sex work, actually.
What? What's that?
I think that you popping out 5 children is the ultimate form of sex work because without those children, would your husband provide for you?
Language.
Oh my! Did she just say that? Popping out children is the ultimate form of sex work. Girl, I hope you have a plus-size modeling deal. I hope OnlyFans is paying you well because you have no future. Nobody can be this ignorant. Nobody. That statement is ridiculous.
children,
Why
would your
are you
husband
using
provide for
degrading
you?
language? Wait a minute. Why are you
think your
using
parents
degrading
are a
language?
baby farm?
Popping out babies. Popping out babies?
Well,
So
if
you're
you-
against
If you didn't
people having babies?
if you didn't provide children, would your husband marry you?
No.
Exactly.
Why should he?
Exactly. So you're a baby farm to him.
Marrying
No,
someone is
these
also
are
about
my
starting a
children.
family.
Yeah, a family.
These are my
A
children
baby
too.
farm,
You
essentially.
should be so lucky.
You know something? That is scary. Because you know what she's saying? The idea of Rachel being a baby farm because she had 5 children, that means that Rachel has absolutely no connection with those children. Do you understand that? You get that, right? That there's a huge disconnect there. So basically you're just popping out kids. So people today have absolutely no emotions. There's nothing there. They're just like this. It's just like that one episode where a girl went on spring break and slept with 110 guys in a weekend. You can't feel anything. Something's wrong there. You're missing a chromosome, lady.
Because you're going to die alone.
Okay.
Early.
Thank you so
early
much.
on top of that. So
Thank you so much.
I mean, if you would you like me to go wake up my children and get them down here too, so you can tell them that they're like
No.
gross little
I don't think it's
trophies,
appropriate.
that
I don't think it's really
popped
appropriate.
them out, that they're the result of baby farm. I mean, take your little snarky little insults and shove them up your ass, because
Okay.
Do you think
it's
your
women
parents
like me
did?
Oh, Rachel, you tell her, girl.
I mean, take your little snarky little insults and shove them up your ass, because
Do you think
it's
your
women like
parents
me.
did that?
It's women like me
My
who are doing
my parents only
what
had
women are
one
supposed
child.
to do.
My parents only had 1 child. So what now? No, there's a limit now. So if you have more than 1, now it's prostitution. People. I mean, this is comical. This girl is just dumber than a doorknob.
My parents
You
only
are
had
useless. You are a useless heifer who has never done anything except
Brian, shut up. Let the girl speak.
one. A great woman.
Be nice.
You're a very godly woman, aren't
Both of
you?
you be nice.
I think Brian's going to marry his bank account. That's all he cares about. Don't get me canceled. You're already canceled and demonetized, but he's like, no, sponsor. No.
Hey, you can dish it out, but you can't
I
take
started it. Didn't you come on? You're talking about McFlurries or something?
You called me a baby.
McFlurries. She never said anything about McFlurries. She's dreaming of them, though. She said burger. Oh, we got it. You're addicted to McFlurries. Well, it's probably the best thing that McDonald's has is ice cream. I wouldn't touch that either, but you know what? It's the best of the worst.
Baby farm, and now you're going to pretend to be offended? Get the fuck
I
out.
said you're the ultimate sex worker, actually.
Okay. Yeah, me being devoted to one man for 17 years and giving him
You're the
children as
ultimate.
sex work.
You're the ultimate
So
sex
your parents
worker.
are also part of a baby farm because you were born.
My mom had 1 child and she
What does that
also
have to
worked.
do?
But I know that my parents would have gotten married without having to have children.
If I milk a cow, the cow's still providing milk, though, even if
On
I
the
only milk
farm.
him once. So you're
Now
calling
look,
yourself.
we don't believe that marriage is only for the purpose of children. Had we gotten married and for some reason biologically I had a medical issue and could not give Andrew children, he would not have divorced me and he would not have left me. That's not what we believe in. We believe that marriage is also a sacrament of our church. You don't get divorced for a reason like that. However, why would a man marry a
That's where everything went wrong. Okay. That's where everything went wrong. When marriage became something that the government controlled, everything went out the window. Okay. Marriage is a holy sacrament. Okay. It's not supposed to be, lorded over by the government. Okay. It's not what marriage is about. Marriage today, which is why I don't believe in government marriage, is weaponizing men. Okay? Hello?
woman who's giving him nothing like you are? You don't bring
See, you just
anything
don't value
to the man except
you don't value women for just being us. Like, you just don't
I value people, but that's different than what a man would want to get married for. Why do you not understand these basic distinctions?
A man could want to get married without wanting to have children, but that's not what your husband did with you, honey.
No man does.
Oh, Oh, honey. Oh, oh, here it comes. Okay, Wendy. Okay, Marge. Oh, you're trying. Oh, that's not what your husband did with you, honey. Oh, large Marge is in charge now. She's Rachel, watch out.
Could want to get married without wanting to have children, but that's not what your husband did with you, honey.
No man does that except for a simp. Or some guy who's just
some men just don't want to have
who
children.
doesn't want a family.
Sweetie.
If men don't want to have children, they don't get married. 9 times out of 10. Get it? That's how that works. You understand that?
Sorry.
Sweetie, honey. Yeah, I love these feminists are always, sweetie, honey. They get so sassy, but this is...
Rachel! Sweetie, honey, she's right. Why do feminists talk like that? What's it? Look, honey. Okay, sweetie. Okay, honey. Okay, I can't stand it when I say that. Oh, no, I got pink hair, honey. Okay, no. Like, oh my God. Like, it's like a Kardashian thing and some other thing. I swear to you. Rachel.
Sorry.
Sweetie, honey. Yeah, I love these feminists are always, sweetie, honey. They get so sassy, but this is going to be...
You're very sassy.
Yeah. Well, listen, I was dragged out of bed because you're sitting here insulting my husband and saying, oh, your wife must be some victim or there must be trauma. Maybe your wife is bad to you. You're saying all kinds of personal garbage. And then when I come on here and tell you what's what, you're like, how dare she? She's so mean. She's not a good Christian. It's like, well, then don't say this stupid shit, lady. Don't come on here and talk a bunch of smack. And then when I come down here and set you straight, you're like, oh, I'm shocked and offended.
You definitely did.
Yeah, lady. Don't come on here saying all that stupid junk, lady. It's hysterical. Oh, Andrew, I think you got some competition here. You might have created a beast. I love it.
Shocked and offended.
You definitely didn't set anyone straight.
Okay, that's where the delusion. Okay, did you hear that ending? You definitely didn't set anyone straight. She set you straight quite a few times. Quite a few times. This message is to all the men, okay? Men, choose wisely, okay? Choose wisely. You don't want to end up with that for the rest of your lives, okay? Choose wisely. Stay away from feminists. And my God, don't give in to anything a woman says that looks like that, okay? I'm Debrava. I hope you guys had fun. Rachel, keep up the good work. I'll see you next time.